What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Blitz Sports Media. I'm Ryan Linkletter, and we are back with a film breakdown of one of the most underrated players available in free agency, and that is Malcolm Koonce from the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the reason why a lot of you guys haven't heard of Koonce or don't remember him is because he missed all of 2024 with a knee injury, and he is slated to return in 2025. Now, why is Koonce so good? Now, he's a player that wins with speed off the edge. He wins with power rush moves. He runs with great technique, and he's not only a good pass rusher, he's also a good run stopper as well. Throughout this video, I'm going to show you guys why he could be the most valuable player available in free agency for the market he's going to get. I'm expecting a 2-year deal worth $20 million each deal for him, which could come a lot cheaper than guys like Khalil Mack, Josh Sweat, some of those premier edge rushers that are available this offseason. So I think a lot of NFL teams are going to be in on him, and he's a name that you guys need to know. So let's get right into his 2023 stats, which was a career year for him. In 2023, he had an 81.3 PFF grade, which was 24th out of 197 qualified edge rushers that year. He also ranked 24th in pass rush grade that season, and he was 66 among edge rushers in run stop grade. Now, that's very good considering the fact that he obviously plays with Max Crosby. Both of them were a dynamic duo in 2023. You didn't necessarily hear how good Koonce was because that Raiders team wasn't all that good altogether. So he went under the radar a little bit, obviously heading into 2024. We were expecting him to build on some of that momentum. That just didn't happen due to the injuries that he suffered, obviously heading into the season and missed the whole year. His overall stats look like 52 total tackles, 8 sacks, 17 QB hits, 34 quarterback pressures, and then he had a 15.4% pressure rate with 27 run stops. Obviously, these aren't the most eye-popping numbers by any means, but the 15.4 pressure rate ranked 22nd in the NFL in 2023, which is an elite number. And you got to think of it like this, right? Playing alongside Max Crosby obviously benefited him a lot, seeing less double team, stuff like that. But when we roll the tape, he's going against some of the best players, whether that's Rashawn Slater, you'll see in there. You'll see Teron Armstead getting blown up. And then he takes advantage of his matchups too. We see him utilize his speed to beat worse run block or pass blockers and run blockers in certain situations. So let's hop right into the film and show you guys why Malcolm Koonce is the most underrated player available in free agency. We're going to break down how Malcolm Koonce can win in multiple ways as a pass rusher. He has great force with his hands. He is a quick speed rusher, and he can become a power rusher as well, depending on his matchup. Those are three key skill sets when looking at an edge rusher, and it kind of reminds me of this guy over here and what his skill set brings to the table as a pass rusher. So we're going to take a look at Koonce on this play here. We're going to let it roll through at first. As you can see, Easton Stick's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to have a first read on the right side. Eckler picks up a blitzing Spillane right here, and then you look to his left. Koonce has already beat one of the best tackles in the game. That's Rashawn Slater right here for the Los Angeles Chargers. He beats him by fighting his hands, and then after this, you're going to watch him dip his shoulder right there. He has the leverage to get the speed off of Slater, and Easton Stick, who does not throw the ball on his first read, is going to get pummeled right here by Koonce because he was beat very quickly. If this is a read where Stick has to look to his left side, he has no chance. And then you can see Koonce forces his first of 2 fumbles against the Chargers in this game. What's so impressive is if you look, right, his get off is, I think, about 2 yards off right here. He is able to strike Slater now, right there. Once he hits this position and his hands are right there, right, he's in a great spot to win. He then utilizes his hands and then drops the shoulder, and then he's good right there. That is elite pass rush moves we see from some of the best guys in the league, and some of those moves we see from his teammate right here, Max Crosby, that he potentially picked up. I talked about how he can win in a multitude of ways. We just saw him win with hand fighting and speed off the edge. You're going to watch him absolutely blow up the play here with his power moves. He's lined up outside of the tight end over here on this left side, right? We see a lot of these edge rushers who are speed rushers kind of get a little extra advantage by doing this. But at this point, he bulls here right into the backfield and creates a big play for the Las Vegas Raiders. We'll let this play through here. As you can see, he's on the outside. Stidham is in the shotgun. P. Ryan on his left. You can see tight end chips. Oh my goodness, look at this leverage right here, guys. He absolutely is just pummeling Bulls right into the quarterback. And you know what's going to happen next? Our boy right here is going to generate pressure right into Stidham, and he is going to go down for a sack, right? This guy is a dog, guys. I mean, he gets blocked by not one, but two guys, chipped on the outside over here, fights through, absolutely bullies Bulls into the backfield, makes a big-time play, and that's why he can win as a speed and a power guy. Then this last clip here, we're going to showcase how he wins with speed once again, and then generates his third sack of the day, but it's just not how he gets that sack. It's about his relentless pursuit of Patrick Mahomes during this play that was impressive to me. You go through and watch it. He's lined up over here against Wanya Morris. Obviously, that's a plus matchup for a lot of edge rushers right now. But you go through and take a look at this play, right? Kelsey's going to go in motion. He's lined up on the right side over here. As soon as this motion right here, right, Koonce is going to be able to beat him quickly with his hands. He misses Mahomes, comes back, and then makes the play right there. That is absolutely relentless pursuit of the quarterback. You know, there's flags on the play. Koonce gets his third sack of the day. It's just elite from him, what we're seeing on the tape right now. Go back and play this clip again. Hold up, click the wrong button there. But you look at this, right? Pause right there. Right, he gets leverage of Wanya Morris right here. He is lower than him. And then what he does from that next step, he uses his hands again to create that, bounces off of him right here, and he's beat him already. Right, Mahomes is looking for Kelsey right now. That read is covered up by Spillane, and that's not going to be open. After that, right, Mahomes is going to have to try to avoid the sack, which he does. But what our guy does right here is just absolutely keeps on fighting. He misses there. Mahomes has to step up. Crosby's, and then boom, right there, third sack of the day. That's what makes him such a special pass rusher, is the multitude of ways he wins. He has a relentless pursuit of the quarterback. All right, let's break down how Koonce can win as a run stopper as well. Obviously, pass rushing is his expertise, but guys, this is no scrub against the run. We see a lot of these edge rushers be a one-trick pony, only can rush the passer. That's not Koonce. Koonce can play against the run as well, making him a valuable asset for any team, and he can play multiple downs. We can see here, he is on this right side right here. He's lined up outside the tight end. As you can see from this point, right, their guards on the back side are pulling. You have a guard pulling. You have Gerald Everett, who is going to go pull as well. If you are a defensive end or an edge rusher in this situation, you're going to look at your offensive lineman. Let's see if we can get to that point. Right? You see how this offensive lineman right here blocks down? That's when you know as an edge rusher, you need to get your hands on and expect a pulling guard to come your way, and the ball is likely going to be coming your way as well. So based on this play, right, Koonce does it perfectly. He gets hands on right here. He's in a great position to take on a pulling blocker coming from the backside, right? The pulling blocker on this play is Gerald Everett right here. If Koonce beats Everett to this spot, he's going to make a play in the backfield for a loss. Let's see if he is able to do that on this play. Go through. Gerald Everett's right there. At this point, right, Koonce is in a great spot to make a play. He is one-on-one with Gerald Everett, and at this point, if he takes on Everett, he pushes him right into Josh Kelly. If he undercuts him, he makes a play, and he has help on the outside here from a cornerback, a linebacker, and it's nice right there. So let's see what he does. And, you know, our boy is going to make a play right here. Beats Everett to the spot, makes a play, loss of 2, showcasing his smarts and his ability to stop the run on this play. Here's another look of him absolutely bullying the right tackle, or sorry, the tight end for the Bears. I think that's Mercedes Lewis. On this play, he's lined up outside on the right side over here for you guys. Absolutely dominates this run play, completely blowing it up. As you can see here, Tyson Bagent is the Bears quarterback. We're not even going to talk about that, but DJ Moore comes in motion. Lewis hands on. At this point, right, Koonce has all the leverage in the world. He's completely pushing Lewis into the backfield. Foreman has nowhere to go right now. He has nothing to do besides bounce this outside. Koonce is in a great position to go inside or outside. He sheds Lewis and is right there to make a play. Loss of 1, and that's what our boy does. Makes plays in the backfield. Here is another play against the Miami Dolphins, who had one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL in 2023. Him getting another run on the outside to his side. We saw the last time he won with power. The first time he won with speed. Here he is right here taking on Teron Armstead, another top tackle in the NFL. He's going to get motion away from him, and the guards and all the offensive line are going to try to stretch this way to get Mostert a seam on the outside to where he can go, and then he's good right there. So that is the goal of the offensive line. What Koonce's responsibility is to push the line of scrimmage this way and help these guys fill over this way. So what we're going to see from this play is Koonce doing a great job of that play. So we're going to see him. He understands we have a crackback block here. This guy, Spillane, I think that's Spillane. No, it's the other linebacker. But his job right here, if he goes this way, right, he's screwed. But if he goes this way and misses, right, it's a big play. And we see right here, he goes under that block. He gets double teamed. The only other player that can make a play right now is all the way down the field right here, right? So it is up to Koonce to go make a play. Koonce sheds Teron Armstead. He holds this block all the way outside the numbers and is able to make a play out here and completely shut down the running play all by himself. You know, he wins with speed, he wins with power, he wins with determination. He's an absolute dog. And this next play here, we're going to show him against more of a powerful run scheme. As I said, we've seen him take on some outside schemes, not under center. Here we go against the Lions, one of the favorite formations for them. As you can see, we have a heavy side over here with a lot of linemen. Koonce is lined up right in between all those guys. Let's see what he does here to go make a play and force a ball inside, which we haven't seen him do, right? So it's a similar type of concept, right? You have guys trying to block down. This guy's supposed to double up to the linebacker, and here you have this extra motion, which kind of is what the Lions' bread and butter is in case they want to run a play action off of it. So you have that working as well, right? So what Koonce's job here is he needs to understand, right, where his help is. You see him try to work outside here and make sure that Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't work outside, and then you have your guy fill in right there. What he does well on this play is he forces Jahmyr Gibbs, right? He holds that line of scrimmage on the outside. He moved this thing like 4 or 5 yards, held that, and then what he does is he sheds a block right here and goes and makes a play right there, right? He's able to understand leverage in certain situations and goes and makes a play off of that. Right there, goes and makes a play, right? That's the type of guy you need. That's not a one-trick pony. This guy can make plays in the run game. He can make plays being an edge rusher. He's a 3-down player. He's not a 3rd-down rusher at all. He's a true complete edge rusher on tape as well. After the film, it's clear that Malcolm Koonce is a great football player that is looking to bounce back from a knee injury. Look, he's only 26 years old, going to be 27 next year, and he truly is an absolute steal, and I think he's going to bounce back for whether that's for the Raiders or another team. All in all, he's going to have a big market. Let's take a look at some of these top teams that are going to be interested in Koonce heading into next year. You have the Buffalo Bills, who, you know, Von Miller is a likely cut candidate for them. They need to be able to establish a pass rush if they want to get over the hump and win a Super Bowl. It seems like the only formula for beating the Chiefs right now is having an elite pass rush, and I think the Bills would benefit greatly from having a guy like Koonce. The Tennessee Titans are another team I look at. They have money to spend, and they need edge rushers bad. They would be a team that signs them to a longer-term contract, maybe less annual value, but longer-term, more guaranteed money, and I think the Titans are a team that could offer that. The Bears, they desperately need another pass rusher opposite of Montez Sweat. I think Koonce fills in perfectly for them, and what they're trying to do in Chicago wouldn't break the bank either and would allow them to potentially add him and Trey Smith, which would be awesome there. The Chargers are another team. If they let Khalil Mack walk, they need a younger edge rusher. Joey Bosa is getting up there in age, has had a hard time staying healthy. I think he could be a great fit for the Chargers as well. And then you mentioned the Detroit Lions as well on here. The Lions are desperate for more pass rush help outside of Aiden Hutchinson. They threw a Band-Aid on the position last year, obviously, when he got hurt. And, you know, the defense performed pretty well. But we saw once they got to the playoffs and faced better competition, they weren't the same unit. So getting an extra edge rusher there opposite of Aiden Hutchinson could be really big for them as well. And then the Arizona Cardinals are definitely in the market for an edge rusher. They desperately have been trying to add. When they tried to add Baron Browning, did not necessarily materialize too much from there. But the Cardinals are desperate as well, and they could pay him a good amount of money. And then I put potentially more, because this guy is going to market more than these 6 teams, and the Raiders are going to still be in it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Chiefs and the Eagles as well in on Koonce, considering the fact they can get him at a little bit cheaper of a price compared to the other top edge rushers. And I think he'd be a seamless fit for Josh Sweat in Philadelphia there. So I think there will be a lot more teams interested in him. It's all going to come down to the guaranteed money for Koonce. If Koonce is going to get a good amount of guaranteed money from a non-contender, I think he's going to wind up choosing those teams over a contender who might offer less guaranteed money based on the injury from last year. But all in all, guys, Malcolm Koonce is one of the best players available in free agency. He's a name you need to watch out for, and he's definitely a name in the for edge market that is one of the top names on there. And if he isn't in some list top 50, that means that list is invalid, guys. He is one of the best edge rushers available. If you guys are interested in more film breakdowns here on Blitz Sports Media, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we will keep you guys posted throughout the offseason.